Hello people, this is our Cobra and this is Let's Play Geneforge Blind. I also found out how to quick save and quick load, so that's wonderful. Excellent. So yeah, last time we started this adventure of magical genetic manipulations, and well, now we'll continue. So yeah, I acknowledge that the graphics can be a bit primitive, but I don't know if I mentioned this. This is an indie game from the early 2000s. That is to be expected. Let's see, we had Crumbling Ducks, Abandoned Whale, and now Valkyrie. Alright, had to press down here. If you can't find a way through one... One what? I must know! Huh. You meet, for the first time, a colony of serviles on Suki Island. There's a good deal of astonishment on both sides. The creatures seem to have done well on their own. Much better than you would have suspected. They moved into the shape of ruins and made them their own. They have crops, shops, and guard patrols. The servers, in turn, are speechless. They have clearly been without shape or influence for many years, and they have no idea how to react. They look overjoyed, relieved, and terrified at the same time. Most of all, though, they look expectant. They watch you carefully, gauging your every move, wondering how you are going to treat them. The power of the Shapers has always completely overwhelmed that of their creations. You, however, don't have the full power of the Shapers. You are weak, tired, untrained, and alone. Fortunately, they don't seem to know that. The sign says, "Welcome to Valkyrie." Right. Okay. This server is working hard to grow small green vegetables. She seems to be doing very well considering her lack of supervision. She bows. "Welcome to my humble plot of land, Shaper." What are you raising? Just simple vegetables. They aren't a creation, just ordinary food. You close and see that she's correct. Huh, ordinary vegetables. That's odd. I'm looking for information. Is there anyone who can help me? You should talk to a learned pinner. She pointed to the northwest. She lives in the building back there in the woods. Right. You can go back to work. Thank you, Shaper. You're very kind. This server is working hard to grow small green vegetables. Yeah, okay. They're saying the same thing. Hey, guard servile. You meet one of Valkyrie's guards. He's a servile, wielding an old dented but very sharp sword. The guard bows. He seems slightly nervous about your intentions. "Greetings, Shaper. How may I assist you?" "What are you guarding against?" "Rogue creatures are coming in the woods north and east of here. We never know when some of them will stumble into Valkyrie and need to be dealt with." "Where can I find aid and information?" "You should speak with Leader Kobar. He's in the feasting hall of the southwest corner of the town." "Thank you." The guard bows once again and continues on his rounds. Oh, boots. Oh. Well, no, I'm not gonna steal. That's just not nice. Senkia. This servile woman looks up at you with interest. There's not so much of the usual awe and fear in her eyes. She looks at you as if you were just another servile. It is very strange. She says, "I'm Senkia, Senkia of the Awakened. I welcome you to your humble home, Shaper." You are very good at speaking. Who taught you that? She looks slightly offended by the question. "Who taught us?" "We did. After Shapers left Isle, we knew how they spoke, and we started to speak that way ourselves. We know that Shapers think very little of us. That is why I became one of the Awakened. Some of us, though, do not speak as well, and do not have such aspirations." Who does not speak well? Do not give too much weight to what Clackett says, or how he speaks. He is one of us, but he is foolish, and he speaks foolishness. Do not judge me worse because of him. Okay, I have another question. Do all of you live here? All of us of Valkyrie live in these old buildings. Many of us live in these barracks, and those of rank and stature, live in the private homes. I, however, choose to live here. I like to be close to my fellow servants. You said you were of the Awakened. Tell me more about that. We are a sect of servants led by the mighty Elra, who believe that we servants must stand up for ourselves, be proud, claim our intelligence and our birthright, and look to you Shapers as our equals. We know that many of you Shapers will not approve of this. We will take the consequences for this. If you would like to learn more, you should speak with Elra. Okay, can you tell me more about this Elra? He is founder of the Awakened. He is our creator. He is old now, and he was the first one to stand up and tell us that we should look out for ourselves. He said that you Shapers have abandoned us, and that made us free. You should speak with him. He lives to the east, in the fortress past Watch Hill. And what is your job? Ilra asked me to stay here and look after the serviles here, to guide them. They are the Awakened, but sometimes they return to their weak old Shaper-worshipping ways. Usually, it is simple, but sometimes there are difficulties. Having difficulties now? I suspect there is a Taker spy in this village. The Takers are a dangerous rogue sect to the east, determined to foment rebellion against the Shapers. An ugly, pointless war. Sometimes they attempt to stir up trouble here. If you found the spy and brought him to my attention, the Awakened would thank you. That's all for now. Right. Okay. Well, now let's keep looking. A sign. It says apothecary. Huh, maybe I can trade with this guy. The servile ropes have been heavily stained, and in places dissolved. He is surrounded by the tools he uses to make useful potions and powders. Even for this village, this is odd. These sort of medical workings are reserved for Shapers alone. The server bows to you, and he doesn't seem ashamed or worried. He says, "Welcome, Shaper. Welcome at last. I am Ham. Welcome to my home. How did you learn to make potions?" "Well, I'm glad you asked. When you Shapers left, you left behind many things. That was long ago. We have many years to study your private artifacts. We had no choice. It was a matter of survival after all." "Where did you find these artifacts?" "Why, they're all over." He points to the box in the corner. "I found that in some ruins recently, but I can't get the lock open," he thinks. "We Awakened believe in fair trade. If you can find a way to get the box open, I'll gladly pay you for your time. I'm sure you could use more supplies." "Well, you can be proud of yourselves." Ham beams with pride. "I'm so grateful that you think so. Though I am Awakened, I still have a great deal of respect and admiration for your kind. Thank you for that respect." Well, if they're sapient, yeah. It's kind of like robots but suddenly grown intelligence, grown AIs, except organic, of course. In that case, well, they should be treated with respect. At least in my opinion. Another question. I can use some supplies. Huh. Okay. Is it this one? Free living tools. Yeah, I'm not sure that'll be worth it. When am I going to level up again? Soonish? Gas servile. Alright. Let us keep looking. Well, this looks important. There are the ruins of another shaping hall. Shapers work here to build the creatures this town needed to function. They will make fioras and tharts for defense, on to breed, and so on. Learned pin-up. You meet a very old servile, one of the oldest you've ever seen. They're made to live for a very long time, and this one is definitely trying to set a record. She is stooped and withered. She must be well over 100. When she sees you, she has to exert a great effort to keep from breaking down. She's clearly overwhelmed with emotion. She stares at you with awe, as if her god has stepped down to earth to face her. Maybe it has. where the train voices, "Welcome, Shaper. I am Lion Pinner. Welcome to my home. Welcome back at last." Why do you have the word learn before your name? It is a mark of respect for my people. I have been alive for many, many years, and I know much history. I'll share it with you if you want. Your kind has been away for very long. Do you know why this place was abandoned? We do not know. Your kind left 2 centuries behind. They left behind our serviles. They did not tell us why they left. I have an idea, though, of where you might get a clue why the isle was abandoned. Okay, I'm curious. To the north of here, there's a large ruin. I think it was once a school where your kind learned the arts. Such a place would have had a servant mind, and that mind might have been told more of why Stukia was abandoned. Go there and see if you can learn anything from the servant mind. Be careful, though. There are rogue creations in there. If there weren't, I would have gone on it myself. Now another question. I found some very strange artifacts on this island. Do you know anything about them? I think I mean the canisters. Large glass cylinders with the glowing metal inside. There's some of the fragments of them in a back room. They were created by the Shapers here before they left. I used one. It changed me. It made me more powerful. Are they dangerous? I do not know. I see nothing unusual about you. If you use more of them, I can look at you and see if I see a change. What are they for? I've never seen one before. We know that the Shapers make them here on this island. We servants do not use them. To do so kills us instantly. We tend to fear your Shaper creations. We don't do anything with them. Another question. Do you know where I can find a boat? You should find and speak with Nita Cooper. If anyone would know of that, he would. Okay, thanks. Huh. These could have been useful, but they're broken now. This is an old Shaper book. The Servals have very reverently placed it here and taken care of it for many years. The mere fact that it belongs to the Shapers makes it incredibly valuable to them. But they must not realize that it's just an old ledger. The record, budgets and inventories within were probably useless even before the island was abandoned. It doesn't matter though. Other matter is that it belonged to the Shapers. Well, yeah, it has historical value in that way. This is an old Shaper book. Oh, it's just an old ledger. These are just all old ledgers. Oh. I didn't mean to record that. There we go. Yeah. How about we keep it on a good relationship with these local creations? But we're raking in some quests. Good. Stuff to do. Oh, that's the thing I could hear before. Okay, no, I don't want a trap to blow up in my face. Clack it. This rough, dirty server walks bored right up to. I clack it. I glad see. Me no thing. This is the sort of speech you've come to expect from servers. This is how they usually talk. What do you know? I travel. Listen, talk, learn lots. I want help. I know what servers think of you. I know you crime if you crime. I know secrets. What do the servers think of me? Servers have little hope. Listen carefully what you say, and maybe they think you maybe want to let server be a little free. Have I committed any crimes? I know that server not know about you. They think you act like big clumsy shadow, but may not be all dangerous. So we wait and see. Do you know any secrets? You ask, I talk. Boat. Leader Koba. He point right way. Why was this island barred? Learn Pinner. He point where you go learn secrets. Who attacked my craft? There are sinister outsiders on this island. That's what I know. No, no more than that. But secret answer to east. That's all. Thanks. Okay. Strange guy, but he seems to know stuff. In that regard, he could be useful to me. So, again, keep on good relations. No need to burn bridges, especially not in these situations. In this case, staying on good foot with these people will allow me to use this as a sort of base of operations as I explore the island. And that's something I really need. I guess you're just another Shaper God. Oh no, it's the leader. Unlike the others, this serval does not fear you. Or if he does, he does not show it. He's clearly sizing you up, trying to figure out whether you are help or threat to the serviles under his care. He bows to you, a very short, sharp motion, all the time keeping his eyes on you. Finally says, "Welcome to our home. I am Leader Kopa, proud awakened, and the chosen leader of the tribe of Akiri. It is a pleasure to have the Shapers amongst us again at last." You cannot fail to notice the way Kopa emphasized the word leader, or the lack of enthusiasm he put into saying the last sentence. Tell me more of your village. After the Shapers abandoned us, we servers struggled for survival. Most were unable to live without your guidance. Some of us were selected by cruel nature to be allowed to survive. We have formed 3 villages that I know of. What are the other 2 villages that you know of? To the east there's Pentil. They are feckless servile lot. You will like them. Past Pentil is Kask. You may wish to avoid them. They are very martial. They have little love for Shapers. They hate you, and even more, they are terrified of you. A volatile combination. You don't know of all the settlements on this island. To the north is harsh wasteland full of rogue clawbox and vlish. There we do not go. To the northeast are mountains, well protected by Shaper creations and traps. Beyond, we cannot go. In those places, you might find anything. Okay, I have another question. Leader Kopa continues to watch you carefully, attempting to divine from small emotions expressing your true intentions. It would be a pleasure to speak with you further, Shaper. You said you were awakened. Can you tell me more about that? All of our servers have developed our own ways and beliefs to deal with the Shapers abandoning on us. There are 3 sects. The Awakened, the Obeyers, and the Takers. Okay, let's start with yours. All in this village are the Awakened sect. We have been awakened from the dark sleep of Shaper mastery. Our eyes are open. We wish to deal with the Shapers as equals, with friendship and gratitude. But we will not be slaves to you any longer. Be wary. If you anger the Awakened, this town will no longer be open to you. Yeah, so I figured. Well, it's strange, new belief, but I hear some wisdom in it. He looks, despite himself, relieved. I'm glad to hear it. We had expected instant opposition from your kind, but we can convince you there may be hope for peace. Again, if they grow consciousness, well, I mean, it doesn't mean that I'll create things just to set them free or anything, but obviously what happened here was they were abandoned, and across generations they have apparently grown, and in that case, who am I to stop them? Another question. Obeyers. They are ones who wish to follow. They're the ones who worship your kind as gods. You'll find them to the east, as obedient and blah as you could possibly wish. We are not fond of them. And the Takers. They are the mad ones. The Takers are free. They have been warped by the cruelty of their time here. They were made by the Shapers, and now they wish to overthrow them. They wish to separate from the Shapers completely, and if the Shapers attempt to deal with them, they wish for combat. They are mad. We have no worship for the Shapers, but we do not hate them either. We wish to be equal, that is all. Can you tell me more about this island? I deal with the now and the future. I leave it to us to worry about the past. You should talk to learn Pinner. Yeah. I already know that. What dangers do you face in your village? Hunger, cold, rogue creations. All of the many perils you Shapers abandoned us to. He paused for a moment thinking, finishes, but you know something? We servants are not as foolish as you think. We can plan, and we can trade. I can't help but notice that you are lacking supplies. If you would use some of your awesome Shaper powers to aid us instead of crush us, I could provide you with useful goods. A fair trade, does that appeal to you? I'll trade with you. What do you want? The main road to the east passes south of Watch Hill. It is the road to the fortress of Elra, leader of the Awakened. And recently, almost overnight, the area has become infested with rogues. We suspect that something or someone is creating them. There are too many there to be accounted for by random migration. Go there and remove the source and we will pay you. Okay. I need a boat. I would like to help you, Shaper, but we are trading people and will require your help as well. There are ways you can assist us. Sometimes you should speak with me of the dangers we face. Okay, I already did that, so... A large ship disrupted my crafts. Do you know who that could have been? I do not know. I can't believe that anyone would attack a Shaper in such an open and foolish way. Only a mad one would attract the wrath of the Shapers. In this, I wish I could help you. Such provocation cannot be good for anyone. Not even the servants of Cask would do such a thing, I suspect. I do not think you will find the answer to that question here.